Hey guys, it's Aaron. Seeing as I'm planning to talk a little bit more about what it's like to move abroad, I figured I'd tell you guys the big story behind why I'm here in the first place. Throughout my final year of secondary school, I was really nervous about what I was gonna do afterwards. I originally planned on taking a gap year and spend half of it working and half of it traveling. However, that didn't end up happening quite the way I expected it to. Here's why. So the Dutch education system decided to throw everything up in the air and not be sure what they were doing, and decided to change the way student finance worked starting the next school year. So I had the final opportunity to enroll into a course and make sure I was part of the old system. Now, the old system gives you the money to follow a course, and if you finish a degree within 10 years of you starting a degree, you get all the money for free. You get to keep it, that's it. The new system, however, is more similar to the UK version, where you have a grant, or I think that's what it's called, or you have like a loan, and then throughout the next 30 years after finishing your degree, you'll spend it paying it back. But then if you don't have the money, you don't have to pay it back. Something like that. So obviously I wanted to go for that first one because free money, right? However, I did this thing where I didn't enroll during my final year because I was spending the entire year being really depressed and really stressed out about my final exams. So at the end of that summer, when I was super close to having to start a new course, I didn't know what to do. And so my parents went, look, you're either going to work full time or you're going to do a course. And I was like, fine, I'll do a course because I don't want to work full time. That was my brain. That's what I said. I'm going to do that. So my parents gave me 3 courses I could choose between. One was biology teacher, one was English teacher, and one was international music management. Now, out of the 3 of those, that last one obviously sounded the most exciting. However, there was a limited amount of places available and I had to make sure that I met the conditions. So I signed up for the course. I also signed up for biology teacher. I don't know why. And it turned out I could go there. It was such a mess though. They let me know I got in on the first day of term, and I'd already missed about 2 classes, and then I didn't know what group I was in or what class I was in, and I was late, and it was very frustrating. I didn't have a timetable, so it was just a mess. Then throughout that year, it turned out that the entire course was kind of crappy. No offense there. But yeah, there was one teacher who was really good at his job. The rest of them hardly spoke any English because, remember, I was studying in the Netherlands. So I sat down with the one tutor that seemed to know what he was talking about, and I asked him, hey, do you think this is the right thing for me? I don't feel like I'm learning a lot and learning the right things depending on what I want to do. And he was like, well, it's your decision. I mean, I shouldn't be advising you to leave the course because that's not my job. But if you feel like that is the best decision, then it's your call. And I was like, okay, see ya. One good thing that came out of that course though is I made a lot of friends. And when I say a lot, I mean like 4. But I made one friend in particular who was very eager on moving to the UK and becoming a roadie. Guess what happened? So now essentially I had a gap year. I spent most of it doing nothing, sleeping, working occasionally, and mainly just having existential crises. So you can see that on my YouTube channel. It's just bad. It's really, really bad. However, throughout that year, my friend Kim kept talking to me about this thing she was planning on doing and how excited she was for it. And she has anxiety, so she was a little bit nervous about moving here on her own. So I said, I'll move with you. And I wasn't even being serious. She knew I was kidding. And I was just kind of going with it so that she would feel more at ease. And then eventually when it came to it, she'd be able to take the step herself. However, she sent me a link of the uni she was going to. I was looking around on the website and I found a degree that I really resonated with. I was like, this is great. This is actually what I want to be doing. And so I looked at my parents. I said, hey, mum, dad, my friend is doing this thing and I kind of want to do something similar. Can I audition? And they said, yes, you can audition. And if you get the audition and you promise to work your butt off, then we will help you with doing what you want to do. And I was like, okay. And I auditioned and I got in. God knows how. Then, however, we had to find a way for me to be able to stay here. And originally I was going to move here with Kim. We were planning on getting a flat together or share a flat with some other people. However, 2 weeks before the term started, we still hadn't found anywhere, and we were like, okay, that's it, we're both gonna just look on our own, and if we find something, we find something. And that is when I moved in to this family house. I was lodging for a year. I'll make a video about that. It was awful. So I lived with that family for a year. It wasn't great, but it wasn't awful. A lot happened. God, a lot happened. And then I moved here, and I moved in with my friend Zach, and we're still living together now. And I guess that's kind of the story. I moved to the UK to study singing, and that is what I'm doing right now. And I don't know why my parents agreed to this, and it's amazing that they did. And it's so crazy. It's so crazy. I've always loved the UK. I've always wanted to live here, and I really want to stay here after uni, which might be a bit of a struggle because of both Brexit and money. So anyway, that is the story for now. I hope you guys liked this video. Give it a quick thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to check the description for my social media links and my Patreon. And you can click here to subscribe or here to watch another video of my face. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys!